Give him a Rick Warren snapping 1810 introduction here.
Mr. Toastmaster. Actually, in order to operate the computer, I'm going to have to be out here the entire time and won't be moving around. At 15, I was sent to Israel, alone, to go to high school. After completing 3 years of high school in Israel in various boarding schools, there's actually 2 different boarding schools, I came back to the United States to go to college. 4 years of an engineering degree, living in the dormitory for most of the time, and the whole time I wanted to go back to Israel. They say you can't go home, but I say you have to go home. After I finished undergrad, I got hired by Bell Laboratories, was sent off to grad school, did another year of grad school, came back to New Jersey, began my job at Bell Labs, bought a house, found what is now my ex-wife, had 2 children, they grew up, the decades passed, and the whole time I wanted to go back to Israel. Fast forward to 2010. I'm futzing around on Facebook, can't remember what I was doing or looking for, and I stumbled across a Facebook group of the people that had gone to the very school in Israel where I had gone to high school. I was elated, till I found out that I had missed the 2005 reunion, in which case I was crushed. However, there's going to be another reunion in 2015, and come hell or high water, I'm going to be there. Fast forward. It is now June 19th, 2015. My bags are packed, I'm ready to go. Hop on a plane out of Tampa to JFK. Grab a bus to Brooklyn where I spend the night in an Airbnb. By the way, those are really cool. If you don't know what those are, Airbnb. Very good. Grab a cab back to the airport the next morning and hop on a plane to Baku. No, that's not in Israel. Baku is not in Israel.
Azerbaijan.
You know.
I live there, yeah.
Baku is in a country called Azerbaijan. It's by the Caspian Sea, if that helps you at all. Okay. However, alright, I can't do this upside down, can I? No, that's not Baku. Yeah, we're going to get to that. Okay, I took Baku out of there. Alright, after a 5-hour layover in a very beautiful airport that I had to cut out of the pictures for the sake of time, in the Baku airport I hop on another plane, and now finally I am flying to Israel. We land in Tel Aviv, I get my rent-a-car. Now, please understand, the signs are all in Hebrew. I did know some Hebrew when I was there as a teenager, and I did attempt to relearn the language. But there was no way on earth I was going to read the street signs in Hebrew. Thank God for my GPS, which was in English. I headed to a town called Bat Yam, and now we can bring up the first slide. So we have it on the monitor over here also, if you're a little bit closer to that monitor. And for the folks on the side, I apologize. You can look at the slides later. Bat Yam means literally house of the sea. And between my 11th and 12th grade in Israel, I worked in a hotel in Bat Yam. I was everything. I was night clerk, I was switchboard, I was the guy who got the coffee, I was the guy who woke you up in the morning for your flight and got you breakfast, if you wanted it, of course, if you took a cab to the airport. It was a wonderful summer, and I immensely enjoyed sleeping on that beach every morning after work. By the way, that is the Mediterranean Sea. We're going to hold up on it. The first year that I was in school in Israel, I went to school in a very little agricultural town called Nachlat Yehuda. And when I say very little and agricultural, I mean it, because that's all there was in Nachlat Yehuda, was farmland, a half a dozen houses, and my school. So what did I have to do? Of course, from Bat Yam, I took my rent-a-car, and I went in search of my school. Nobody knew what the heck I was talking about. I asked dozens and dozens of people, where is the school? Habet Sefer, Nachla Yehuda. No idea. So I found a soldier who had a clue, and he gave me directions, and you make a right and a left and a left and a right and a right and a left. And they didn't work. Not at all. I asked another 50 dozen people or so how to get to this place, and found it. And it was gone. There was still a school there. But the huge orange groves that were out that way that we used to go into and with a pillowcase and steal oranges, and the carnations were gone, the cow pasture was gone. And as I was leaving the school, totally dejected, a man grabbed me. What are you doing here? Whatever. He had a gun. I was a little worried. And I explained to him I'd gone to school there, and he goes, "Come with me." And he brings me into the place where they eat, the cafeteria kind of style room, to show me that on the wall was this mural of pictures. And this picture, the very first picture on the entire mural, was my class. And I am in this picture. And I left Nachla Yehuda very, very happy that day. The next 2 years I went to a school in Sde Boker, which is down the Negev of Israel. Negev means desert. And while we were there, and I shouldn't have advanced this yet, but while we were there, you see, we had, anybody know what the word wadi is? W-A-D-I. Sanford, what is a wadi?
Is that new or...
No, a wadi is a dried up river. It's English. Wadi is a dried up river. And when we went to this school in Sde Boker, this was not a wadi, this was our wadi. This belonged to us. And many a time we would take off from school and disappear into the desert for the whole day. And having gone back during the reunion, we actually went for a walking tour of about about a 6-hour hike down into parts of the wadi and to actually a spring and a lake and all of this, and I'm running out of time. I saw this as I was leaving Sde Boker, and I realize most of you can't read this, but it says, "Beware of camels near the road." There were several other places in Israel that I visited, and I did have a lot of pictures that I don't have time to show you, I'm sorry. But on my flight home, I had the opportunity to experience the sunset over and over and over again as we flew back in this direction around the globe. And I felt that the sun setting on my trip was very metaphorical, because it was the sun setting on a part of my life that I had left behind. You see, by going home, I recovered the part of me that I had left in Israel. Mr. Toastmaster.